Hi everyone, and welcome to today's assembly. If you've got a candle in your class and would like to light it, then please light it now. If you don't have a candle, well, just sit quietly and think about the fact that we can all be together today. So today I wanted to look at serving other people. Sometimes when we think about serving others, maybe we think of a butler or maybe somebody who serves a king or queen. But I'm going to tell you a story about a woman called Claire. Now, Claire lives in America and she loves going to her local shops, especially the department stores where all the clothes are on different floors and she can go and explore. She spends a lot of time looking around and enjoys listening to the music and other things and looking around at all the colours and all the displays. She doesn't normally buy anything, but she just enjoys spending time, especially at Christmas. Well, one day Claire was on the top floor of the store where they sell the most expensive clothes. The lift doors opened and out stepped a rather dirty looking woman with a rubbish bag in her hand. Claire thought that somebody was going to come along and usher her out. Security would be called because she didn't belong there. The cheapest dress on that floor was £1,000 or $1,000 actually over there. Surely this was no place for such a scruffy woman. Claire watched as a very graceful shop assistant came over to the lady and said, "Excuse me, madam, can I help you?" The scruffy lady looked back and said, "Yes, I want a dress." "What kind of dress?" the assistant asked. "A party dress," the lady said. "Well, you've come to the right place. We have the finest dresses in the world." Claire couldn't help but follow the action from a distance, just to see what happened. She really couldn't believe her eyes. The saleswoman took the lady over to the rack of beautiful dresses and talked about which colour would suit her, what would go well with her eyes and with her hair. They talked for about 15 minutes and together they picked out 3 dresses for her to try on. Then the saleswoman said to the lady, "Would you follow me?" They went into the dressing room and she let the lady try on the dresses. Well, Claire went into the next door dressing room just so she could listen to what happened next. After trying on all the dresses, taking about 30 minutes, the bag lady finally said, "I've changed my mind. I've decided not to buy a dress today." The saleswoman said, "That's quite all right, madam. Here's my card, and should you come back to the store, please ask for me. I'd consider it a privilege if I could wait on you again." Well, Claire was amazed at how the bag lady had been treated. She was obviously not going to buy anything, but took up almost an hour of the saleswoman's time. After the lady left, Claire walked over to ask the saleswoman why she had been so kind to her. As she came near, she saw that the lady had a little badge on her lapel, and it said WWJD. She politely asked the sales assistant what these letters stood for. The lady replied that they stood for "What would Jesus do?" The lady asked her why she had treated the scruffy lady so kindly, and the saleswoman said, "That is what we are here for, to serve and to be kind." When the saleswoman showed kindness to the scruffy lady, the Christians believe, and we all believe, that she was also showing kindness to God. So that is one example of how we can serve others. We're going to look at a Bible story now about people that served when Jesus was around. But it's actually people that went on after he had called them. So we're going to look at a quick Bible story about how Jesus first asked his disciples to follow him.
One day, Jesus was walking beside the Sea of Galilee. He saw 2 men in a boat out on the water fishing. They were brothers and were called Peter and Andrew. They were throwing a net into the sea to try and catch fish to sell. Jesus called out to them, "Come and follow me, and I will send you out to become fishers of people." Peter and Andrew didn't hesitate. They left their nets and followed him.
Jesus asked other people to follow him as well as Simon and Andrew. And they did because they believed in what he was telling them. They gave up everything to serve him. They gave up their fishing boats. They gave up their livelihoods to follow this man. And they didn't always get it right. In fact, if we look at Easter, they got it very wrong. But Jesus never gave up on them because he knew that they would understand what he was asking them to do. So even though they turned their back on him when he was arrested, and some of them ran away and Peter denied him, they all were forgiven by Jesus because he believed in them. So the story of Claire also shows us that in everything we do, we can serve others. We just have to look at the world in a different way. Maybe we need to stop looking at it through our eyes and look at life through the eyes of Jesus. Jesus said a lot about how we should treat others. He said, always treat others as you would want them to treat you. He also said, whenever you do something good for someone else, you do it for me. A saying that fits very well in what we're trying to say here is this: in a world where you can be anything, be kind. And that is so true. When we serve others, we show kindness. So I want you to think today, what could you do to show kindness? Try to think of one simple thing that you could do to be a kinder person today. Maybe if you get 5 minutes, you could write it down to remind you. And then maybe check back later in the day and see if you have been kind. Jesus wants us to be like him, to love others, to care for others, and to serve others. We don't need to be rich and famous to do that. Each one of us in our own way can be kind and be like Jesus. Our prayer today is going to be a bit different. It includes a song that is sung by Alex and Jamie. This is a song that shows kindness, and it's one of the girls' favourites because the words mean a great deal. Not only does it look at what we could say to others when they are having tough times, but if we look at it, we can worry about lots of other things. And maybe it's Jesus telling us not to worry and that he will always be there. So instead of a prayer, just listen to the words, look at the pictures and think about what is being said. And imagine that it's Jesus replying to all of the negatives and all of the worries that we have.
You say, what if I go crazy? I say that ain't gonna happen. You say, what if I get lost? I say you'll just find your way back. And you say, what if someone breaks my heart? I'll put it back together like I do. You say, what if I don't catch the dreams that I've been out there chasing? What if when my fears show up, I'm too afraid to face them? Well, I can't fight your battles, but I sure can hold your hand and promise you that the sky will still be up there and the sun will always shine. The stars will keep on falling for the ones who wish at night. The mountains won't start moving and the rivers won't run dry. The world will always be there, and so will I. You say, what if things start changing? stars we used to wish on disappear into the night. Well, I can move a mountain, but only by your side. Just say you'll always be there. I know you'll always be there. And so will I.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed that, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.